originators of SARS have actually been patient enough. If they engage the federal government the way they should, it could have been a blessing to us in the police. But rather, it has never been a blessing. Me as a person, by my length of service, by my experience in the police, by my field as a public relations person, as a communicator, I've not seen SARS as a blessing to the Nigerian police force now. I don't even see it as a blessing to the Nigerian government in any way, because it was eventually bastardized, hijacked, and left pain, sorrows, and blood. Yes, they said so, but I wouldn't know. You can't fight for me and kill me, no. You can't fight for me, for my betterment, and still kill me. How do you just suppose that? You are fighting for me for my better standard of living, better condition of living, yet you are killing my children and you are killing me. How are you fighting for me? I don't understand that fight. I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the rationale behind that. We suffered a lot during NSAS. Many things were damaged. Stations burnt. Officers' vehicles damaged. Police patrol vans damaged. I was a PRO in Lagos. Lagos was the epicenter of NSAS violence, and we recorded a lot. I have my statistics with me, but there's no need for me to roll out any statistics now. But generally, the police suffered a lot. Even many of us paid a supreme price. But everything in life, every event becomes a history. NSAS has become a history. You can only be referring to NSAS. Enough is enough. So everybody has learned one or two things from NSAS, and we have learned our own from NSAS. It has become a history, like I said, but we are putting in shape, putting in places. October 8th was the first day that some people came with a protest letter to the governor of Lagos State. They came with a protest letter to the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, then Akim Olusegun Odumosu. I was the PR in Lagos State who received. The following day, the dimension was changing gradually, system was becoming heated up, and gradually, before they lost it. And it got to a stage I called them. Most of the people that led the struggles are known to me. I called them, come. This thing is taking another dimension because some strangers have actually infiltrated your train, your procession, and it is dangerous. Among yourself, you are stealing your property. They are still reporting cases of phone theft and what have you to us. I said, come, this thing is getting out of hand. You are having touts smoking igbo while you are doing your protest. Is this a protest? But they didn't stop. They went ahead with it. They did not quit when the vision was loud enough for them to quit. Until Sorosoke saga came, they started stoning the governor at Lekki, Admiralty Lekki toll gate, abusing everybody, stoning us, breaking bottles and the like. No, this is another thing. Until they started shooting at Surulere, Ogambasi area, killed one or two policemen and a passerby. So they did not manage it well. In net to every struggle, we have faces to struggle. I think it's consultation, consolidation, and confrontation. Consultation will come first, and they were at the level of consultation with the government. The government had actually requested for the demands. Now, we are come for the demand. Come, let us discuss the demands. But they didn't wait for consolidation. Consolidation will have been the next stage where they will consolidate on what they have done. If all those things have failed, then it's going to get to confrontation. So they jump from consultation to confrontation, and it's left sorrow, pains, and blood in the land across, majorly in southern part of Nigeria. We didn't experience SARS in the north. Where people were saying SARS must go, people in the north were saying no, they must not go. You want them. But at the end of the day, the police authority then banned SARS, and there's nothing like SARS again up till now. But we have teams that are tactical enough that can still contain some of these activities. So I don't want to say that the SARS per se had actually favored the police. It had left sorrow, pains, and blood in many ways. So we know the federal government is working hard to reform the police. So if at all we are talking of those or people who are trying to reform the police, we give it to the federal government for forming the police reform committee from the presidency in partnership with certain foreign governments, like German government. I know that United Nations, Clean Foundation, and some of these groups that have interest in reforming the police. Actually, not protesters. Let us separate them. There are some who actually, I told you, some actually hijacked the struggle. I was in Lagos. They went as far as going to police station to go and loot police station. We recovered the DPO generator was recovered at a camp in Naija under Area J. Yes, the area commander recovered his the generating set and his TV himself. After almost 6-7 months after the saga, that he went on operation to go and raid where a blast spot where they were smoking India. The whole come and see area commander's property. Those ones were not protesters. Those who actually went out to go and loot property should be in jail, and I think many of them are still in jail. And there's no statute of limitation to any criminal offense. In the next 20 years, if you still recover most of those stolen items during the struggle from anybody, that person will be charged to court for stealing, for stealing or theft. So we don't have any protester in any custody. Those that are in custody will be with the order of a court, must be in custody with the order of a court, a competent jurisdiction, and they must have done something apart from protest. Some actually killed. Some went on cannibalism in Oyo. Those ones have been arrested. They will not be charged for protest. They must have been charged with murder and disrespect to human corpse. So these are offenses that people you need to know. So if you say you are protesting, you are doing this, nobody will. They just charge you if it's a matter of protest. They charge you for conduct likely to cause breach of peace. But by the time you have gone far beyond your band, killing people, setting ablaze property, you know what happened in Lagos? See, Igbo Magistrate Court or the court complex set ablaze. That's not protest. It's arson. The killing in Lagos, the killing in Ibadan, see the BLT buses that were set ablaze in Lagos. These are not protests again. These are criminal offenses. So if you have been arrested in connection with any of these criminal offenses, you are going to face the music. So those who are in custody for now, I want to believe they have followed due process. They must have been charged to court for one offense or the other, and they have been nailed, convicted by court. They are being kept in correctional custody, not police custody. You can't find anybody in police custody. Some actually killed. Some went on cannibalism in Oyo. Those ones have been arrested. They will not be charged for protest. They must have been charged with murder and disrespect to human corpse. So these are offenses that people you need to know. So if you say you are protesting, you are doing this, nobody will. They just charge you if it's a matter of protest. They charge you for conduct likely to cause breach of peace. But by the time you have gone far beyond your band, killing people, setting ablaze property, you know what happened in Lagos? See, Igbo Magistrate Court or the court complex set ablaze. That's not protest. It's arson. The killing in Lagos, the killing in Ibadan, see the BLT buses that were set ablaze in Lagos. These are not protests again. These are criminal offenses. So if you have been arrested in connection with any of these criminal offenses, you are going to face the music. So those who are in custody for now, I want to believe they have followed due process. They must have been charged to court for one offense or the other, and they have been nailed, convicted by court. They are being kept in correctional custody, not police custody. You can't find anybody in police custody. So they have faced the music, the law has taken its course, and they are facing the music. So shall it be.